This is Angie.
And I'm Ryan.
And we are Happy Healthy Vegan. You're getting crazier every time. So we're back in the studio to talk about another episode of the Doctors TV show.
.com. Anyway, Dr. John McDougall, plant-based physician and author, was on the Doctors in support of Andrew from Australia, who has started this year a potato-only diet.
Should mention it's Andrew of Spud Fit on YouTube.
Today is a big day in the life of the Spud Fit Challenge because my episode of the Doctors TV in the US went on air today.
And one man in Melbourne, Australia, has decided to stick to this diet for an entire year. But is it safe? We actually have Andrew joining us via Skype all the way from Australia. We also have Dr. John McDougall joining us on the phone, who is a physician and a believer in this diet. He's also the author of The Starch Solution.
Today is the start of day 43, and everything's going fantastically well, much better than expected so far.
How's your energy level?
I feel fantastic. I've got abundant energy, so much that I had to start exercising again about a week ago, which is pretty good.
And how many pounds have you lost?
30 plus pounds.
So, Andrew, tell us a little more about the diet.
I just make mashed potatoes or boiled potatoes or baked potatoes. I make everything without oil and or anything fatty added at all. And
look at his face!
I mean, us high-carb, low-fat vegans, we're really used to not adding in a bunch of fat and oil, but these guys like totally bummed.
Hashtag bummed.
A minimal amount of herbs and spices and sauces like tomato and barbecue and chili sauce.
I do want to bring into the conversation Dr. McDougall, because Dr. McDougall, when I think of potatoes, I do think of them as life-sustaining in some of these famines we've talked about. But you actually believe that this is a great thing to just eat potatoes, or is your perspective more so that if you go this route, you'll be just fine?
If you go this route, you'll be just fine. But my main focus, and what I really like to get across to people, is that human beings are starch eaters. But think about various diets around the world. In the Far East, people live on rice, or used to. 90% of their diet was rice. In Central America, the Aztecs and the Mayans were known as the people of the corn. In South America, the Incas and the other people there, they eat basically potatoes.
We can't deny the fact that potatoes don't have all the nutrients that you need to live a healthy existence, correct?
Oh, God, Dr. Rachel, how come a trained medical doctor assumes it to be a fact that you don't have all the nutrients you need to live a healthy life from potatoes?
Yeah, what's the real facts, right?
Yeah, the real facts, let me get it here. Well, when Andrew was interviewed just recently by The Independent, he told them that, look, despite what all the experts are saying, I get all my protein, all my essential amino acids from potatoes. In fact, as far as iron, he was getting, 600% of his daily iron requirements.
I'm actually surprised.
And 400% of his vitamin C and tons of fiber.
That's crazy, because you think of vitamin C is coming from fruit, and then here it is from potato.
And McDougall further schools her.
That's incorrect. You could live on all potato diets alone. There was an experiment done and published in the Biochemical Journal in 1928 where they took a man and a woman. They were both athletes, and they put them on an all potato diet for 6 months. And they said that they had no desire for change. They enjoyed the diet. And when they analyzed them physically, they found them to be in excellent health on an all-potato diet.
There's a diet out there that is extreme in every measure. There's the meat-only diet, the potato-only diet, the vegetable-only diet, and everyone who does that diet, including Andrew, sounds like you're on this train right now, they claim that is the best diet. Well, I'm going to say I will forever believe this. I think the best diet is the one that, number one, works for you, but variety is the spice of life. So to me, it has more to do with why just eat potatoes if you can enjoy all the other wonderful foods in the world? And
well, that really all depends. What are all these other foods in the world, really?
I wouldn't do the all-meat diet. That would be disastrous.
So to me, Andrew, I say if this is what you want to do and you're being monitored and you're healthy, I go for it. You be you, and I applaud you for taking your health into your own hands. I really do. But for people watching, I've said this before, we've had people on the show, banana-only diet.
Uh-oh. I wonder who they're talking about.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
A new internet fad diet says to eat 30 a day.
In the morning, I'll have a smoothie. Easy, dozen bananas in there.
A dozen?
A dozen.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
So
I mean, you both look fit, but
Look fit, but
What?
gotta have some other foods.
Yeah, potatoes. We told them we eat potatoes too.
And to me, that's where things get confusing because it's like, well, banana, what do I do? No, just here's the deal. If you eat a well-balanced diet of natural foods
Right.
that grow from the earth, you're going to do just fine.
So apparently Dr. Stork is against all foods that are grown either hydroponically or in outer space.
Are they growing food in outer space right now?
this debate will never end.
No.
And there's always going to be one group that says it's all about this food group, this is the way to do it. No, this is the way to do it.
And it's really person specific too. I mean, if I ate potatoes all day, I would look like a potato.
Classic Dr. Rachel comment.
Like, what does that even mean?
I don't know. I think she's saying that she would be fat.
But then Andrew lost 30 odd pounds, and the Incas and the Mayans and all the people Dr. McDougall talking about slim. Why would she be the only person that violates the laws of physics and biology and become fat?
Yeah, because she's scared of something that's different.
So yeah, Dr. Rachel says some pretty stupid things. Well, let's see. Can Dr. Stork top her here to finish this segment off?
At the end of the day, everyone has to figure out what works for them.
Yep.
If you are struggling with your current diet, you know, it's okay as long as you're doing it in a healthy way and in conjunction with your doctor. It's okay to try something new and get outside of your comfort zone, figure out what may work for you. If this works for Andrew, kudos to him.
Wow.
That was like one of the most reasonable things I've ever heard Dr. Stork say.
Quite magnanimous. And you know, I've got to say, his energy level looks so low throughout this whole segment. I feel like maybe he could use a few potatoes.
Yeah, he could carb up a little bit, but I have to give him some kudos. His reasoning seems to be more spot on than ever before. I mean, they were pretty much mean and rude to us,
Yeah.
but it was pretty kind and charitable to Andrew right
Maybe
there.
he's learned his lesson after like 2 years of response videos.
From us. Well, anyway, apparently Andrew was quite pleased with his experience on the show.
I was really happy that the doctors were open-minded and able to hear me out and hear Dr. McDougall out. I was really
Yeah, sounds like it was a completely different experience from ours, all in all. You know, it's funny, I first heard about this upcoming segment from High Carb Hannah, who seemed to be pretty sure that she was going to be on the show. I'm sure she was bummed that she didn't get to go on in there and spar with the doctors.
But heck, he's doing it for a year, so that's super hardcore.
Yeah, I think hers was only 30 days. You know, the one thing I thought was a little bit weird is that that Spud Fit isn't eating any greens. It seems like some greens with his spuds would have, you know, bring a little bit something extra to the table, as it were. But
That's what Dr. Stork was saying, is like, why limit yourself just
Yeah.
to one food? And I'm not going to say I agree or disagree, but yeah, a few greens definitely, you know, wouldn't be a bad idea.
And as to his question, like, why would you do potatoes only? I mean, there's a lot of reasons, and one of them is they're so affordable and they're
gosh.
so readily available everywhere, which is
Year-round.
why we bring up all the time to people who say, like, they can't afford to go vegan, or they don't know what to eat when they're vegan, or they don't have access to, like, a lot of fresh fruit where they live. It seems like pretty much wherever you live, you can rely on potatoes.
Yeah, so go subscribe to his channel. We'll put a link down below in the show description for you. And yeah, tell us what you thought about this episode of The Doctors with Dr. McDougall on it. Was it all you thought it was going to be? Was it a letdown? Were you impressed with Dr. Stork?
I thought they'd give a little bit more of a fight personally, but I'm actually kind of relieved they didn't.
So if you got something out of this video, hit like, share it with a friend who thinks you cannot eat only potatoes because it's a fact that they don't have all the nutrients to live a healthy life. And subscribe for more from me and Angie here on Happy Healthy Vegan. So
Until next time, keep it carb, baby. Keep it carb.
Lots of
Starch it
potatoes.
up. Dr. Stork looks like he's thinking, oh, I just know the Happy Healthy Vegan is going to make a video about this. I just can't even handle it.